Hey, you're watching PRK Radio. If this is your first time here, I'm Jimmy KI5PRK, and if it's not your first time here, well, thank you so much. Appreciate you coming back. Without you guys, this channel doesn't work, so I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Well, Mom, I'm a real ham now, apparently, because I have built an antenna. That's right. If you tuned in to Coffee and Ham Radios this past Saturday, yesterday, I guess would have been the 7th of February, you would have seen my shaky hands trying to do all the soldering on this thing. Thank you so much to Chuck KK6USY, I believe it is, and TheSmokinApe for bringing me on Coffee and Ham Radios on their live stream and coaching me along as I built one of their antenna kits, the Apollo. Super great and grateful for those guys to bring me on their show and help me through this build out. I have built one, before this antenna, I had built one other antenna, and that was another Coffee and Ham Radios, but admittedly quite a bit easier to build. So this one was a little tougher, I will say, but it turned out great. I will drop in some footage of some QSOs that I made on this here in just a minute, but I will tell you, this thing worked out great. I did all of the soldering and winding of the toroid and everything on the live stream and got all of that done. And then this morning, set about getting all the wire extended out and cut and trimmed and everything else. So the instructions on this antenna say, excuse me, they say start with 70 feet of wire. That's great, but I took about 6 to 6.5 feet off of that. So I'm somewhere in the neighborhood of about 64, 65 feet right now. So you use 70 feet of the BN Go 22 gauge wire they send you with the kit. And then the remainder, because they send you a whole spool, which is 100 feet, which is great. So the remainder of that wire is the counterpoise on here. So this side right here, right there, is the counterpoise, and that side right there is the radiating element. So, you know, I was a little skeptical. I wasn't sure if my solder was going to be great. I wasn't sure if my connections were solid, but I can show you with quite a bit of confidence that everything turned out great. Now, that's probably not the best wrap on a toroid you've ever seen or maybe even done yourself, but you know what? It works. And you know how I know it works? Well, because like my second or third contact on that antenna was from here in Central Texas all the way to Alaska. Comment?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Kilo India 5, Papa Romeo Kilo out of Central Texas. I just heard you guys coming and booming in here to Central Texas. Just wonder, just threw up a new antenna. Just wonder if you could give me a quick signal report.
Was it Kilo India 5, Papa Radio Kilo, Roger?
Roger. Kilo India 5, Papa Romeo Kilowatt.
Okay, sounding good this direction. You're a little bit of QSB on the signal, but the antenna sounded good. You're probably about a 5.5 here into Alaska, over.
Wow, 5.5 to Alaska from Central Texas. This is just a kit. It's a in-fed half-wave wire antenna strung up in the backyard. I live in an HOA, running a Yaesu FTDX10, just 100 watts and a wire, literally, across the backyard here, strung up temporarily while I test it. But thank you so much for coming back to me. This is really good. I never get to talk to Alaska. This is amazing.
All right, glad to help out. Yeah, it's working. My dad, we have a vacation house. My parents spend the winters in California, and they have an HOA, so Dad strings end-fed long wire up about, maybe 20 feet or whatever he gets, so it's kind of still hidden in the trees. Works great for, works okay for FT8, but it's a little rough for everything else. Yeah, the end-fed seem to work. They're not, I had one up here for a winter when, before I put my beam up, and it did the job, but it definitely does not hear very well, so helps me in the lower 48 close to the equator. You don't have to fight the aurora, but sounded good this direction, and so you should make a lot of contacts. KI5PRK, Kilo Lima 7 Tango Charlie.
Got a guy out of Texas, he was saying, too, man, what's this propagation like? This is November 2, Yankee.
November 2, Yankee, or whatever it was. This is Kilo India 5, Papa Romeo Kilo out of Central Texas, right outside of Austin.
Roger. Kilo Lima 5, I got that part. This is November 2, Yankee. You're the guy with the antenna?
Yeah, Roger. Call is Kilo India 5, Papa Radio Kilowatt, Papa Romeo Kilo. Roger.
Kilo India 5, Papa Romeo Kilowatt, November 2, Yankee. Yeah, big signal, 59 plus 10 in Long Island, New York, 120 miles east of New York City. At the very tip of Long Island, going to further, you'll hit Portugal. The name is Harvey, Hotel Alpha Romeo Victor, Echo Yankee. Can't believe that guy in Alaska, man. Wow, what a signal.
Oh, man, he was booming in here, and so are you. You're 5'9" and creeping above, maybe 10 over at times. It's a little bit of QSB, but both you guys are sounding great, and I'm right in the middle of you, so I don't know what's going on 10, but I'll take it. I literally just finished this antenna build this afternoon and got it tuned and everything and said, well, I got to put it on the air and see what it does. So I'm glad to know I'm getting into New York and Alaska. I never get to talk to Alaska like that.
Yeah, Roger. I just noticed that we talked before. I don't know what it was. I talked to a lot of Texas stations. For some reason, I'm big into Texas.
Kilo India 5, Papa Romeo Kilo.
Kilo India 5, Papa Romeo Kilo, 659, November, Papa Romeo.
Roger 5'9", Central Texas. Wow, Canada. This antenna works great. Oh, God. I made 4 or 5 contacts with the antenna on a couple different bands, and just to make sure everything was working. This thing is great. I'll also drop in somewhere around in here. I'll drop in some photos of the SWR readings that I got on my Rig Expert stick. So this thing works great. 40, 20. 15 and 10, and it's even pretty good on 17, believe it or not. So pretty happy with that. And I think it'll do 12 as well. Actually, it's really good on 12, believe it or not. So this thing's great, and I that's probably because of the counterpoise. So there's roughly about, 30-ish feet of counterpoise, 25, 30 feet of counterpoise wire here. I know people are like, you don't have to have one on your in-fed half wave. And you're right, you don't have to, but you probably should. And I will be extending my counterpoise on my my home infed that I have, my Nelson's infed that I have out there. But my next trick with this antenna is I want to take it to the park, set it up, and do a POTA with it. So, and I'm going to use that counterpoise when I do it. I'm going to keep the counterpoise attached to it, and run it with the 25 or 30-ish feet of a counterpoise wire. It seems to have helped. The transformer on this antenna was up about 6 feet, maybe 6.5 feet off the ground, and then the wire went up at a slope to about 30 feet, 28 feet, somewhere around in there. It was bending my mast over a little bit, so I don't know exactly how high up it was, but man, it really worked out. This antenna is great, and I can't thank Chuck and Ape enough for helping me get it built. Again, this was my second attempt at building a kit antenna, and it worked out great, and I wanted to do a follow-up video and show you guys just how well it works. So there you have it, boys and girls. The Coffee and Ham Radio's Apollo. This thing's great. I love it. So far, it works fantastic. Like I said, I've only made a few contacts with it. Maybe next weekend I can get out to a park and do an activation with it. So I'll be taking that to the park next time I go, and we'll get it out there and we'll see how well it does. But can't beat it. Coffee and Ham Radios. I don't think their website is up yet, but Chuck did say if you reach out to him one-on-one, either in Discord or whatever, just DM him in Discord, KK6USY. Find him on Discord and reach out to him, and he will sell you an antenna. So he sold me this one just because I reached out to him with an email. So yeah, reach out to him if you're interested. Great, fantastic. And I have the Kronos, and that was the first antenna I built. And then I just built this Apollo, and it's amazing as well. The Kronos works great. The Apollo works great. I couldn't be happier. So reach out to those guys. Coffee and Ham Radio's fantastic dudes, just great guys, and they'll help you in any way they can to get you built. Not going to promise they're going to bring you on their live stream. That's up to them, but they will help you get it built. So the instructions were really, really straightforward. Can't really say enough great things about Coffee and Ham Radios. Those guys, and this antenna works great. So they really have something nice. And I know they're working on some new stuff too. So I can't wait to see some of that. But yeah, that's going to be a wrap, guys. Check it out. If you are interested, I was interested in trying my hand at building something. And I figured I would start with a kit first. And maybe down the road, I will just do a ground up build and just source all the materials myself. But for now, the kit build worked great, and I'm really, really happy with it. So that's what we're going to stick with. So until next time, I love you guys to death. Be good to one another out there. 7-3.